I've only come to realize this recently. There's something really powerful about just trying things, jumping into something new without overthinking or waiting for the perfect moment. And honestly, it doesn't really matter what anyone else thinks. People are going to judge you no matter what. The real question is, will you let that stop you? So when I first started my YouTube channel, I was quite scared, not just about failing, but about what others would say. Would they think my content was boring, or that I wasn't good enough? But then I realized something. Judgment's inevitable. So no matter what I do, somebody's always going to judge it. So why live life always fearful of this aspect? This fear of failure, though, is actually quite tricky. Psychologists even have a name for it, atikiphobia. It's that crippling fear that convinces us not to even try because we're afraid of failing, or being seen as a failure. It's tied quite deeply to our sense of shame and self-worth. But here's the catch. Failure isn't an end. It's actually part of the process. When you try, you learn. And you grow. And even if you mess up, that's fuel for the next step. For me, starting YouTube was a lesson in letting go of perfectionism. I don't have a fancy setup or anything or any viral ideas. I just wanted to try and create and put myself out there. And that's why I think I'm enjoying it so much. Because consuming content, like watching endless videos, scrolling through feeds, reading about how others succeed, I feel like it can only take you so far. There's only so much inspiration you can get before you need to start to create your own story. One thing I have learned though, is that content creation is like a muscle. So the more you flex it, the stronger and more satisfying it becomes. And obviously consuming content does have value. It inspires, it teaches, it entertains. But if you spend all your time consuming, you miss out on the joy of making something yours, or actually sharing your unique perspective with the world. That act of creating, no matter how small it is where you can really find something purposeful. Recently, I found out an unusual insight. So the brain's natural response to judgment is actually a survival mechanism. We're wired to size each other up instantly, to decide if someone's safe, trustworthy, or even a potential threat. So judging others isn't just some mean habit, it's actually hardwired into us. But here's the twist. Because others are wired to judge, they're going to judge you regardless. It frees you when you realize their judgment is more about their own instincts and fears than about you personally. So you might be asking, what's the point of this video? Or what can you do today? Pick one thing you've been afraid to start. Could be a YouTube channel, a blog, painting something, a workout routine. Just start. Don't wait for perfect conditions or for people to approve. The fear of failure is normal, but don't let it be that roadblock. And after you start, let me know in the comments how it feels. Sharing your progress and struggles is part of the journey, and can also inspire others too. If you think about it, our lives are shaped far more by what we try than by what we only watch others try. Saying I'm too scared or what if they judge me is just a story fear tells us to keep us stuck. But I do feel like everyone has the power to rewrite that story, to be the one who tries, who creates, who grows. In the end, I guess the takeaway from this video is quite simple. Stop fearing what other people think. They're going to judge you regardless. So just do your own thing. Consume content, but do it thoughtfully. The real growth though, I think, comes from creating rather than consuming. So why don't you try it? Commit to making something new, even if it's imperfect. Just give yourself that permission to fail. And once you do that, your mindset really does shift from being a consumer to being a creator. Let me know if you have any thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.